Warramimidiga, Budra in a Wunya, Yuguna, Ngurrawa, Ngurrawa. Hello friend, good to see you. Today I'm on Ngurrawa country and I'm up here in Pokolbin State Forest. Been a long time since I've wanted to come here. I've seen a number of videos and I've wanted to come here for ages, but even when I've had it planned, things just never worked out. So this time around, finally here, and this is a start for me for a 10-day trip. So make sure you're watching right through, make sure you're subscribing and hitting that bell so you don't miss any of this trip. But I'm doing 2 nights up here in Pokolbin and finishing off at Yellow Rock Lookout, which is an Aboriginal cultural heritage area. Stick with us guys, you're going to see a couple of amazing lookouts and there's some beautiful scenery and whatnot through here. Find a couple of new camps, explore a few new tracks, and then obviously, as I mentioned, end up here. And goddamn, you're going to want to watch to the end and see the drive in and out of here because it's a doozy. Let's stop rambling and let's get into it, eh? Say, what a spot for a house. That is hectic. Well, I'm at the first little campground that I've spotted. There's a bit of a trail going off in different directions here. I don't know if I want to try and drive it or just maybe give it a walk. Looks easy enough to drive. But yeah, as you can see, they've recently done hazard reduction burns through here. So hence the burnt trees and whatnot, the low growth. But I'll have a bit of a look through here and just see what's around, see if there's actually a nice spot to camp. There's a bit of rubbish left up at that one up there where I parked the car, and I'll give you a look at that when I get back there. But yeah, let's have a look up here. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. From what I can tell, there's a lot of private property up here. Another sign down there. So for that reason, I'm not going to go past that tree. There's a little fire pit built up over here. For the most part, it's pretty clean too. Not a lot of crap laying around. A little bit of timber left there. Not a lot of fallen stuff after the hazard reduction burns either, but see what happens. I do have a pin dropped just down the road a little bit further, so I'll go and check that out first, but I may come back here for tonight. Here we are back at the main campground. Unfortunately, stuff like this, it kind of ruins it. Old inner spring mattress, dual cab ute of some sort, that's been shot to the shit house. Obviously torched and trashed and everything else. Somebody's been dumping up here as well, all broken tiles. That's very probably asbestos. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a bad spot for a few cars. You got a fire pit over here. Bit of rubbish laying again over there. Like if I start collecting everybody else's rubbish now, I'm going to have a car full by the time I finish. So I can pick up these couple of cans. I'll say thanks to Ben and Bex for giving me these, the Adventuring Scots. When I caught up with them when they were in the area, they gave me a couple of the respective bush bags. To be honest, I've never been to a drifter store, so I've never bothered to get any. To be honest, I'm not all that big of a fan of drifter, but anyway, that's my personal opinion. But yeah, thanks to Ben and Bex for giving me those. Here we are at one of the lookouts. Firewood here. People have obviously camped here. Over there is actually pretty flat, doesn't be too bad. Everyone's got a fire pit set up here. Yeah, this is one of the lookouts. Oh, look at it. That's going to be a mad view down the bottom there. I'm going to go check that out. That's going to be wicked. It's going to be worth the walk. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of heights, so I'm not going right onto the edge of this. But this is a hell of a view. This is awesome. So here we are, what a view. Probably the best Cessnock's ever looked out of there in the distance. All the wineries and everything down the bottom there, that is absolutely amazing. That is stunning. Now it's a full 180 degree view too, that is gorgeous. Another thing I noticed when I pulled up on the rocks here, all the rings. They'll be for people to abseil off, I'm guessing. Probably a few spots there that you can just drop off the edge. That'd be definitely an interesting journey, but not something I bloody want to do. I hate heights. That is, I just can't get over that view. That's awesome. Hey guys, just a quick interruption. Just want to let you know that this entire trip, food, drinks, fuel, the whole lot, have been paid for thanks to your support. For those of you that have purchased patches, stickers, or supported me through Patreon, that's how I've paid for this entire trip and covered absolutely everything that I've taken out with me. So thank you to everybody that's been out there and supported me. And if you want to continue to support me, please jump over to Ngurrawa.com, links in the description below, to grab some stickers and patches, or better yet, jump onto Patreon and pledge a couple of bucks a month to help support the channel that way. Alright, let's get back to the normal filming. Well, it's morning of day 2, and I've got a wonderful view out the window. It's all foggy, it's cool. Let's pop the door open. Check that out. Sitting here watching all the fog roll across. You can probably hear the wind noise now, but that's gorgeous. I'll jump out in a sec. understand, this is all the main area of lookouts, what they classify as Pokolbin Lookout. That last spot is you couldn't unfortunately see because there's got a few guys camped up there. You can drive right up onto the edge. Even here you could literally drive onto the edge if you wanted to. But just scattered with these views all the way through here. There is a bypass track to that first bit I did where I lifted wheels. And there's a lot of wind, as you can hear. But yeah, what a beautiful spot. As I'm saying, there's just scattered spots all the way through here. I even just pull up right here. As you can see people have. And pull up right here, and what a spot. Bit of a shame to see this though. As I'm coming back down, I might grab the bag out and just clean that up. And that's all in the car at the moment. I have to say, sure as hell isn't like the Wadigans here. So you got all those little offshoots that you can see in the footage here, and they either turn into motorbike trails or just bloody dead ends. There's not even really enough room to camp at the end of most of these, or the ones I've taken so far anyway. Yeah, nice big flat spot, good stuff. Bit of water, but otherwise nice big and flat. Pretty much clean. I have to say, I'm loving the Gaia GPS works with Android Auto, because as I'm driving along, I've just taken a little offshoot before camp. As I'm driving along, all I have to do is go like that, and it drops a waypoint. Every little spot I find that would be nice to camp. Go GPS, best bloody free navigation app I reckon on the market, and it works with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So here we are up at the communication towers. Obviously if you come up here, don't mess with them. These are what provide mobile phone signal and bloody everything basically. Massive old towers. That's pretty cool. And I was going to say there's not much of a view up here, but when you actually look at that, it's pretty bloody nice view straight out there. Somebody's left a busted ass Leverman Gerber sitting there. I'll throw that in the fire, in the bin. Yeah, it's actually not a bad view straight out there. Alrighty, so I've decided to take one of the little spots that I just found. Not much, but it's nice. For me, for a single car, beautiful. You got the car, there's a little fire pit there, plenty of room to put the awning out, set the toilet tent out and everything. Pretty quiet, a little bit of grass as well. Nice little view through there too. It ain't too bad. And I should see a bit of a sunset through that way maybe, if I'm lucky. So yeah, not a bad spot. There's the little walk, obviously, just from camp. See, all the way along these old cliff edge. Not a huge drop down, but still not a drop that I'd want to be taking. Heaps of firewood there if I wanted to collect it. Just looking at the angle that you got to try and get on to get to it though, I don't think I want to, because if I do happen to slip and hurt myself, I'm out here on my own. But yeah, plenty of firewood there if I wanted it. And even though it's a narrow view, it's still bloody beautiful. That's cool. Well guys, that's pretty much me done for the night. Not going to bed just yet. It's not as cold as it was last night. As you can see, I've got no shirt on. But yeah, I've just had a shower and a shave. Had my dinner, washed up. No, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy a couple of cold ones. And yeah, just watch the sun go down over there behind me and yeah, just relax. So I probably won't film any more tonight, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow we're heading over to Yellow Rock Lookout, which apparently has Aboriginal carvings and stuff like that over there. So yeah, and it's supposed to be a spectacular lookout. So really looking forward to getting over there tomorrow. One thing I'm definitely finding up here is a lot of these little whoop-de-doo things. These little lumps on the road to divert the water. There's bloody heaps of them through here. Unlike the Wattigans where you can do the full speed limit of 40 to 60k an hour, these things are everywhere, man, and you can't do that. I think the speed limit in here is 40. You hit one of them at 40 and you're in for some bloody trouble. So I'm guessing that's because this area doesn't get looked after as regularly, maybe as what the Wattigans does. It's maybe they're not actively logging up here at the moment, so therefore there's not people in here looking after it as much. I don't know, but there's definitely a lot of them up here. Makes for a slower drive, but it's still a beautiful spot. I'm also finding that the roads are narrower. Being that this is supposed to be more of a main thoroughfare, the roads are actually quite narrow through here. So keep your eye out for trail bikes and other oncoming vehicles. Stop and have a quick look here, eh? Long way down there. Not bad. It's right on the road, so I don't know you'd want to camp here. The road's right there. But quite a nice little spot. Actually pretty cool. Dead trees, a few of them around, but yeah, according to my maps, this turn on my right is where I'm looking at. Now, from what I understand, this road's a little bit interesting. So we'll see how we go. I've been told it's not a problem, that I shouldn't have any issues with it, but I have been told it can get a little bit interesting. So, see how we go with it. Now, this looks like it's going to be the interesting part. I've just passed the sign that says no through road locked gate ahead, which I already knew about. I know it's a locked gate down at Yellow Rock, so that's fine by me. I have heard that there's quite an interesting spot, which must be this little section here. It actually looks familiar from a video I watched. So first gear, low range, and just crawl it, and I'm sure it'll be the same coming back up. Yeah, definitely the interesting spot. Ooh, that's going to be fun coming up. Definitely going to be interesting coming back up this. Wheel placement's going to be the key coming up here for sure. I'm not liking the look of that rock. Ooh, shit. Oh yeah, that's looking a bit interesting. See how she feels going down. Ball. Well, she's down. You're allowed to do it up there. There it is. So here we are, I've made it this far. I'm at the gate. Yellow Rock Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Area. Forestry Corp acknowledge the traditional Aboriginal custodians of this land, who are believed to be the Ngurrawa people. This is a sensitive cultural site. Please show respect. No overnight stays, no fires, no events or hard objects, and no pedestrian access only. So you've got a bit of a trail to walk down to it, and plenty of room to park just over there. Here's the trail heading down. She's a bit scrabbly, so make sure you've got decent shoes on. And here we are. Yellow Rock. Wow. That bloody is a view. Look at it. That's hectic. What a spot. What a stunning view. Just opens right up. Now out that way somewhere is broke, so that's where I'll be staying tonight. That'll be next week's video. What a stunning location. Massive flat rock up here. Wow. Let's check out the patterns in the rock as you're looking at this. That is mad. Now, apparently there are some Aboriginal carvings here, which I'm going to keep my eyes out for. And I just want to give you guys a look at that. As I've said, I wanted to get a Ngurrawa elder or someone to give me the information and the heritage of the place, but unfortunately I couldn't get in contact with them. So, bit of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. One part that is frustrating is in an Aboriginal cultural heritage area, you get things like this. Muppets doing friggin' burnouts on their motorbikes. Now all these little divots here would have come in handy for the Aboriginal people and the wildlife around here for water. What a spot. Through a tiny little short walking trail, brings you out up here as well, so you can almost walk around, but not quite, I think. What a hectic spot. Now the camera probably won't show this. This is about the only spot that I can see any resemblance of a carving. And you can see coming down sort of through here, coming up here, it follows the line sort of coming up this way. I don't know what it's meant to be. It's the only spot that I can actually see any resemblance that might be a carving, to be honest. Apparently there is something here. I don't know if I'm missing it or what. Maybe my eyesight's just not as good as I think it is or something of it. That's the only spot that I can see anything that vaguely looks like it could be some sort of carving. So, actually I think that probably is it. So I think that section that I showed you here might be the foot. Let's take this camera off so it's not whacking you. So I think this section here might be the foot or something. And then it comes across this way, possibly a tail. And then I think it's meant to come up sort of this darker line here. It's really not showing a lot. Up and around that way kind of resembles something. I'm really not seeing a lot out of it though, but yeah, I've got no idea what it's meant to be. But if that's it, that's it. I thought there was some grinding grooves in that here too, which could possibly be where the sand and that's built up here. They could possibly be grinding grooves. And all these little spots all through here where they would have captured little bits of water and whatnot. Not just for themselves, but for the animals. After some decent rain, this spot here probably would have held a fair bit of water, looking at the fact that it's so green. And then you've got the spots over here as well. Same deal, would have held a fair bit of water. That one's still holding some water, as you can see. It's just a shame idiots feel the need to do this, and this is why there are gates across here to stop vehicles getting down, but obviously motorbikes can squeeze through, so they think they're better than everyone and don't give two shits. If you're a motorbike rider and you do this sort of thing, have some respect, especially in an Aboriginal cultural area. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, time to head back out and try and get up this track. Alrighty, here we are, back at that crossed up section again. I'd just say I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I think I should be pretty right if I take the right line, but I'd definitely be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. Well guys, that about brings me to the end of this video. What an amazing spot it is up here in the Pokolbin State Forest. I've had an absolute blast, absolute beautiful place. And I'll tell you, compared to the Wadigans, it's a hell of a lot quieter and considerably cleaner as well. Most of the little spots I found for camps and things like that didn't really have a lot of rubbish laying around, so I was really glad to see that. Did pick up a little bit obviously, but not a lot. What a spot to finish the video though. Yellow Rock Lookout. Absolute stunning location. The views out here are brilliant. From here guys, I'm heading out to Broke via Wollombi. Going to stop in at Wollombi and grab a bit of lunch and maybe have a look at the forge again and check the place out. And then head off to Broke and set up there for a couple of days. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you've really enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and hit that bell so you don't miss any of the notifications for this series coming up and future videos. Alright, Yamma Bujiri Murugu. Walk a good path. Yano, goodbye.